Welcome to Maximising Efficiency with Dext. Once again, I'm joined by Paul Lodder, and we're returning to talk about the wonderful product that is Dext Solo. So Dext Solo is Dext products to service your unincorporated, non-VAT-registered sole traders and landlords. So we're going to be jumping into the product and having a little bit of a play around and see it in action. So what you can see is you'll log into your normal Dext Prepare there. And on the left-hand side, what you'll see is the word Solo with the ability to view all of your clients within Solo. But once you go into Prepare, you may have already noticed this. You'll see this big banner at the top that says that we've identified some of your clients we think might be worth moving on to Solo as opposed to being on currently on Prepare. So we're going to jump into that and we're going to review these businesses. So these are all of our non-VAT registered, unincorporated businesses that Dext has pulled out that thinks maybe you don't need the full access and Prepare. All you need is Dext Solo as a standalone solution. So what we can do is we can jump into there and review the businesses there. Here's a list of all of those items, all of those clients, should I say, and we can go into here and we can either click to move them to Dext Solo or move them to Prepare, leave them as Prepare and get rid of that notification there as we've dealt with it and we've told Prepare that we actually think it should be still on Prepare and instead of going on to Dext Solo. So for a bit of context, like as we've mentioned on our previous video, Dext Solo is a standalone solution. You don't link it to the likes of Xero, QuickBooks, and Sage, but it is going to be that standalone solution that's going to be able to get rid of a bit of a headache when it comes to making tax digital for ITSA, but also just for all of your sole trader clients who need something to collect their data effortlessly, so that you as an accountant can work out the taxes at a click of a button. So handing over to Paul, who's going to show us a little bit more about how we can add a new client into Solo for us.
Perfect. Thank you, Max. So as Max said, we've got the first method of just reviewing your existing client base to see whether any of those clients are suitable for Solo. And the benefit of potentially doing that, or one of the benefits, is Solo does come with a lower cost compared to full Dext Prepare. The alternative way is you've got the option to add a client. So if I put in a new client here, I'll just put in a national insurance number. The other two fields here, postcode and practice code, aren't critical. Practice code can be very useful when you're sort of searching for your clients or you are downloading information, but we click continue. Income source names, so this could either be a property business or a self-employed business. Property we'll put there, and income source. And what we have here is 3 different income sources, and your clients can have multiple self-employed businesses, which I'll show in a moment, or you could have multiple properties associated with a property business. The reason you'll only ever have one property business is because that's all consolidated for reporting purposes on the tax return, whereas self-employed businesses you report separately. What we can see here is we also currently show furnished holiday lettings, but furnished holiday lettings are being abolished in April 2025. So over time that will disappear, but we will just pick self-employed. We can, as I say, add another income source because this is an individual client with different income sources. Let me just get rid of that one. Click continue, decide who has access within the team. Click continue again. You can invite your client to use Dext Solo. If you were to invite your client to use Dext Solo, this doesn't mean they can do all of the compliance work. This is all about that data collection and getting the information in. So by inviting your client, they will have access to all of the functionality that you're familiar with in full Dext Prepare around submission methods. So emailing documents in, using the mobile app, drag and drop, fetch, all of that. I'm just going to skip that information, and once you're happy, everything is created. I'm just going to close that because I'm going to go to one I created earlier. So these are all of my clients, individuals, personal tax clients, and the number of businesses or income sources associated with each of those clients. I'm just going to jump into myself, and what we can see here is I have 2 self-employed businesses, and I also have property income, and I actually have 3 properties here. What we can do is manage the properties. And what we can see here is I have different ownership of the properties, and I can add more properties as well. We will automatically calculate the percentage element or the share of income and expenditure allocated to that individual on a per property basis. What we are exploring and currently looking into is making sure that that is all time sensitive and date sensitive, so that if there's mid-year changes because of tax planning and moving income between spouse, all of that can be picked up and correctly reflected. But with that, I'm just going to leave it there in terms of the setting up. I'm just going to hand over to Max on the final part of setting up regarding categories.
Perfect. So what you'll be used to when you're using Dext Prepare with another sort of general ledger function is that you automatically import all of your chart of accounts from Xero Sage QuickBooks into Dext, and it preloads it there. As this is a standalone product, we need to take a bit more care around setting up these categories. What you can see here is that all of our categories that we have here in the name column are mapped directly to something in the left column, which is the tax return box that HMRC associated to. So when we set up a category, once we can have as many categories as you want, they will all be linked to the tax return box on your self-assessment form, so that when you come to finalize your self-assessment tax return and you want to submit that to HMRC, you'll be able to export a report directly from Solo, which has everything in the right tax boxes ready to be imported directly into HMRC, ready to be submitted, and all of your taxes filed. So with that said, we're all set up, we're ready to go. And in our next couple of videos, we're going to be showing you how to get the information in there, whether that's through bank statements, bank feeds, or by sending your cost and sales into Dext as you would usually with Prepare. So we look forward to seeing you, should I say, in the next couple of videos. And it's bye from now. Cheers.
Thank you.